everyone, so today's video is a little pregnancy Q&A. I've done a Q&A, my first proper video was a Q&A and I loved it really. I loved all the questions, I enjoyed it, so here's the pregnancy one. By the way, baby's grown since last video, I don't know if you can see it. But I'm now 24 weeks. That's probably going to be one of the questions, let's not talk about it. So, we're just going to dive straight into it. Make sure you've got a cup of tea or a hot chocolate, or a coffee, because I've got mine. Oh, I forgot I had lip gloss on. Anyway, okay, so first question is, have you had any morning sickness? So not to brag, but no, I've had no morning sickness. Literally, I don't think I've felt sick once the whole pregnancy, and I'm now into my 6th month of being pregnant. To be fair, I always thought that when I got pregnant I'd have the worst morning sickness ever, because I'm the type of person to just feel sick all the time. I get travel sick, literally just feel dead nauseous and stuff all the time. But I've literally had no morning sickness, and people say when you carry a boy, you tend to not get morning sickness. I don't know how true that is, because I know quite a few people who have had boys and got really bad morning sickness, but I never got it. I feel like a proper Shrek. You just feel huge. Anyway, next question is, would you like a girl or a boy? So we already know the gender now, and you probably know as well from Instagram and Facebook. But we both, the whole time, wanted a boy first. And that's what we got. So quite made up about that. So at the start, I thought it was a girl. Everyone thought it was a girl at the start, because in my family everyone has a girl first. Anyway, and then I got like my scans and stuff, and I was looking at the scans and I was like, that's defo a boy, that's defo a boy. I had my heart set on a boy, and then I found out at 21 weeks on Christmas Day, towards say 19 and 20 weeks, I was like, it's a girl. I just know that it's going to be a girl, because we've been thinking the whole time that it's a boy, convinced it's a boy, I bet you it's going to be a girl. But I knew that it was a boy, like the whole time I knew it was a boy. Like I was buying boys' clothes and saying I'm going to keep the receipts in case I need to take them back. But yeah, it's a boy, and we both wanted a boy. So I'm completely over the moon, our little boy. And I'm sure you've all seen his prom now, because I'm uploading the prom video before this one, which I just love. It's so cute, isn't it? Anyway, here we go. And then let's have a little bit of cup of tea. That's the thing, actually. When I first fell pregnant, that's a lie. When I found out I was pregnant, I completely went off cup of teas until about 4 weeks ago, and I started like drinking them again. Kind of just forcing myself to drink them, because I used to be obsessed with cup of teas. I'd have about 3 a day, and then I completely stopped having them because I went off them, didn't I? Started having them again, kind of getting back used to them. At the start they made me feel really sick, and I literally couldn't have them, but now I can stomach it, so I'm growing up a bit now. The next question is, what do you use to prevent stretch marks? So I haven't got any stretch marks so far, and I'm hoping that I won't get any, but I've literally been moisturising twice a day. So after my morning shower, I'll moisturise. At the minute I'm using the Palmer's body butter to moisturise it everywhere, and then using the stretch mark Palmer's butter on my stomach. And then at night after my shower, I moisturise everywhere again. This like literally head to toe twice a day. It's effort, especially when you're pregnant. Moisturising head to toe, and then using oil on my stomach. So I've been using the Love Boo Miracle Mum oil, that was gifted off a friend actually, and then I've been also using the bio oil. So I just do the oil of an evening, literally cover myself in the oil because I don't want to put oil on twice a day and my pores like clog up or give me a rash or whatever. But I'm staying on top of the moisturising stuff. It's mainly at night that I focus on doing it because I've had my shower, I'm moisturised and I'm getting clean pyjamas on, whereas in the morning I'm in, like, I've had a shower, I'm in a rush, I'm going out, whatever. But yeah, literally moisturising like twice a day, and also been getting 1 to 2 baths in the week. I'm putting a bit of olive oil in the bath. I know some people use olive oil and coconut oil in the bath as it helps to like moisturise and elasticate your skin type thing. But I don't know, it's just that soothing, like when you get out your skin's dead soft, it's not like sticky or weird or anything. It just literally just makes your skin like more moisturised, if that makes sense, so that kind of helps. I know that people use coconut oil and olive oil on their stomach as well, but I tried putting coconut oil on at the start and I got a rash, so I think it was because I was just hammering my body with bloody different stuff and it was a bit like, wow, you're clogging the pores. So I'm just sticking to the stretch mark oils and the moisturisers and they're going well. He's just kicking me. Hello, we are doing a video. Next question is, has your body changed much? So no, it hasn't changed at all, apart from a little bumpy over here. My body is still the exact same. I've had no swelling, nothing really. I'm literally the exact same, apart from obviously my belly's grown. But yeah, it's literally it, like, no, I'm literally the exact same. I'm trying to think of like if anything's changed, but nothing's changed. The only thing that's changed is when I look in the mirror and I'm like, where's my little skinny body gone? Do you have names picked out? So I think because I done this like a few weeks ago, and I don't know if everyone knew that we were having a boy at this point. I don't know if people had seen or not. So I'm just gonna answer like these questions as if we're a few weeks back, like only just finding out that we're having a boy. For names, we have a few boys' names. When you write a little list on your phone, I think everyone does that even when they're not pregnant. So we had a few boys' names in the notes. We had 2 to 3 boys' names that we always liked, literally for like the past few years. But we said like we'd use them if we were to ever have a baby. Girls, we never picked one girl's name. It wasn't until, God, I don't know, like just before we were finding out what we were having, I was like, we need to kind of pick some girls' names just to choose from for now, in case it is a girl, because we're really going to struggle otherwise if we leave it till like she's born. But we never agreed on a girl's name, and don't know, it was I think because we both thought the whole time that it was a boy, it felt weird talking about girls' names. Do you know what I mean? Even though we didn't know it was a boy, we just like assumed it was because we both just thought it was a boy. So we didn't have any girls' names picked out. I had a few that I liked. He didn't really like them. Boys' names, we both agreed on a couple, but never decided. But now we've decided on his name. I'm not telling anyone. I kind of feel like everyone knows I'm having a baby, everyone knows I'm having a boy, so I kind of feel like keeping his name and introducing him into the world with his name is a nice way, rather than everyone knowing everything about him before he's even born. So yeah, I'm just going to leave that until he's born. It's a bit more exciting as well because, I don't know, it's just something to look forward to for people, isn't it? Like family and friends and stuff. Yeah, it's on the down low. We named the baby M from the start, before we knew boy or girl. It was literally like from like the very start, because the last name is McDonald, so it starts with the M, so baby M. It's not because the first name's M, the The first name does not begin with M, it's baby M because of his last name. I just thought I'd let you all know. Have you experienced heartburn? Oh my god, yes I have. Absolutely bloody awful. So I started getting heartburn, say around, I'm just making it up, but probably about 10 weeks. Only little parts really. I've never really suffered heartburn before, so I kind of noticed it as soon as I started getting it. And then from around 16 weeks, been getting it at night mainly, every few days, and then really bad since about 20 weeks. Every night, sometimes in the day. Got a big bottle of Gaviscon. In fact, I've got 3 big bottles. So I was actually going out and buying Gaviscon, and then quite a few people told me, go through your doctors. So I rang the doctors, told them I was suffering quite bad with it. Obviously they give me suggestions of what to do. So they were like, sit up while you sleep. So literally like put pillows underneath you, and put bricks underneath your bed to lift it up. And I was just a bit like, I'm not doing all that. So I've been having Gaviscon. I find the tablets, the dissolvable tablets, just don't work at all. The Gaviscon's disgusting. I absolutely hate it. Ask anyone. Well, no one's really seen me take it apart from Elliot, but it's disgusting. I hate it. It kind of burns as it goes down. I don't know if that's normal. Like, it shouldn't really do that. It should be getting rid of the burn, but whatever. Yeah, so yeah, the Gaviscon helps. The first time I took the Gaviscon, it lasted 4 days, and I only took like 2 to 3 spoons. I think you meant to take 4 every 4 hours. And the doctor said the good thing is you can't overdose, so if I was needing to take it like all the time, then I can. I haven't actually done that, but just a bit of advice for you all. What have your appointments been like during lockdown? This is quite a good one actually. So my first appointment was at 8 weeks. When I had a bit of a scare, so I went to the hospital. I got an emergency appointment. So this was on the Sunday, then on the Monday morning I got an emergency appointment, and they done a scan, checked baby, checked there was a heartbeat, baby was fine. That appointment was to be attended on your own. I was a bit anxious, but I wasn't. I was anxious about where do I go, what's it gonna be like. I've never been to the hospital before, like on my own for an appointment, or because I'm having the baby over in a different hospital, like a bigger one that's specifically for women and children, rather than just like a hospital with like a little side bit for the babies, because obviously it's more focused on giving birth rather than just a general hospital. So I was kind of just a bit like, oh my god, what do I do, what do I say? Like, I don't even know. Like, I go to the doctors now and I'm like to my mum, what, I don't know, like, what's up with me? So anyway, that was the first appointment. And then second appointment was my 12-week scan. Was it? Yeah, 12-week scan. And my partner was allowed to that, which was good. So we got to see baby then. You have to wear a face mask, get your temperature done, sanitise your hands, just the usual stuff now, really. And he was allowed to come to that. Got to see baby move. So you go into a room, you get the scan, then you have to go into a waiting room and get your bloods done. He wasn't allowed to that bit, he had to wait outside in the waiting room part. Who is that ringing me? Hello? When your mum rings mid-recording, my brain's awful. Yeah, so that was that. And then my next appointment was my 20-week scan. So yeah, only partners are allowed to hospital appointments. You can't have like your mum or your sister or a friend or whatever. It can only be a partner to your hospital appointments, and that's to your 12-week and your 20-week. I had my 20-week scan, but Elliot was away with work, so I went to that one on my own, which was quite rubbish because I was in there for an hour and she was like literally just watching the baby for like an hour because she needed them to turn to see a different part of the heart or something anyway. But it was good because I got to see him for longer, I got to see his face. The photos that she got were amazing. A lot of people asked me if that was from my 4D scan. I know it wasn't, it was from my 20-week NHS scan. It was amazing. So next question is, are you prepared for baby yet? So if he was to come today, yeah, I'd be prepared. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I've literally got everything. His chest of drawers, that is going to be here. I'm in baby's room right now. He's got better lighting in his room. The chest of drawers are going to be here with his changing mat on top are arriving tomorrow. His cot's there, he's got his sleepy head, he's next to me, he's under my bed. He's got his car seat, his pram, his wardrobe with all his clothes in, dummies. He's got everything he needs. I mean, there's a few little bits and bobs that I still need to get, but they're not really essential. I've got all the essential things. All of his rooms getting painted, so everywhere's getting painted white, freshened up. The walls are cream at the minute, and I hate cream walls, so they're going white. And then he's having a signature wall over there, which we haven't picked the colour for yet. I'm so excited for that. It's going to look so cute. I can't wait to do a little nursery tour. I'll 100% making a video of a nursery tour once it's all complete. That'll be after it's painted, so that's going to be probably next month, maybe the month after, a bit closer to when he's here and the room's done. But yeah, I've got everything for baby really. I mean, there's the odd few bits that we need, but nothing major. He's got everything he needs, so yeah, I'd say we're ready really. I mean, it's nice to know that we've still got 15 weeks to get prepared and make sure that we have got everything and wash everything a few times before he's here. The hospital bag stuff, I'm gonna do a separate video for unpacking the hospital bag, telling you what's in there and stuff. But the hospital bag stuff I'm gonna wash. I'm thinking maybe April, so it's due the very start of May. As soon as I get Braxton Hicks, they're getting washed, because you never know if he's gonna come a week after Braxton Hicks or a month. One of my friends had Braxton Hicks. In fact, she didn't even have Braxton Hicks. The first pain that she felt was a contraction. She went into hospital like 2 or 3 days later and had her baby. So that kind of made me go, okay, right, so as soon as I feel a pain, that's getting washed. Probably twice, just to check, double check. And then that'll be going. I also want to get his car seat and pram and everything's brand new in here. But I kind of just want to get it like completely spotless to make sure there's nothing on it germ wise, because I'm just a bit of a freak. And we're also going to get the cars washed, like properly cleaned inside, all the chairs and stuff, because I don't really want to be putting a newborn brand new baby in a fresh car seat in a not dirty car. They're not dirty, but you know, I want everything to be nice and fresh. Cravings, oh yeah, I like this one. So at the start I had no cravings, nothing in particular. It's not until now, so I'd say month 5, I started getting cravings, and it's literally jam tarts. I could eat 10. I could literally eat 10. I need to have one after my food for like a pudding. I try to limit myself to 1 a day. There's currently none in the house at the minute, so I'm kind of like not having any. Cream eggs, don't know what it is. Cream egg ice cream, I went to Asda the other night because I was craving it. They didn't even have any. But cream eggs, I could literally eat 10 of them as well. And before I got pregnant, they used to like, they were dead sickly, weren't they? Like, they were sound like, I think they're nice. Some people don't, but I think they're nice. But now it's literally like, I need one. It's a joke. Oasis. I think I've had about 1 Oasis in my life. Like, it's not really the type of drink that I'd go for. Craving it, need it. Elliot had to buy me 5 one weekend because I was literally down in them. I needed them. Weird. Custard is another one. So cake and custard, like whatever, anything custard, I'm having it. I love it. And then not necessarily now, but a few weeks back, Yorkshire puddings and gravy. Oh, I remember that actually. Bloody gorgeous. Do you know what? It tastes so nice when you're craving it, because you appreciate it. Next question is, when did you start showing? I think end of month 5. So I didn't start showing until I was around 21 weeks. Was it? About 20 weeks I started to see a change. 21 weeks-ish. I had a little bump. It was only little. It's not until now, so 24 weeks. So the past 4 weeks, I'd say I've really popped. That's the word, isn't it? Popped. I've really popped out. And obviously I'm only going to get bigger now, but it wasn't until about month 5, ends of month 5, that I even started to get a little bump. I just really got bloating at the start, and I was always like, oh, I've got a bump now, and then I'd wake up and it would be flat again. So yeah, it wasn't until about month 5, ends of month 5. The next one is, do you have a birth plan? So I haven't actually written down a birth plan yet. I've got ideas. I've always said I wanted a water birth, and I'm hoping that that still goes ahead and I'll still be able to do that if all goes good, really, when I go into labour. I just love the thought of being in the water. I find having a bath, being in the water, calms me right down. It's meant to help ease a bit of the ache and the pain, and also because you're like sat up, gravity helps bring baby out. And then I want to also try the hypnobirthing thing. So like breathing techniques, relaxation, meditation, when I'm in labour. So I've watched quite a few YouTube videos on that actually, of people who have done it, and then people videoing the birth, doing the hypno meditation thing, whatever it's called. And yeah, it's something that I really want to do. So water birth if I can, and I'm really going to do that hypnobirth, and you can do courses for that as well. I think there's an app that you can get, and it's £39 I think, but it's worth it, and it's got all the practice you need to do. So to do the hypnobirth, and you have to practice the breathing throughout your pregnancy. And I've also heard that you can't listen to the one, do you know, like the one that you listen to when you're giving birth, you can't listen to it until you're giving birth, because it can bring on your labour early, because it's all to do with the mind and stuff, isn't it? So my tea's cold. What are your plans for baby's first year? A holiday. Yeah, a holiday, 100%. Moving, a holiday. I just want to explore with him. I know he's only going to be young, but I just want to explore and keep him safe and experience life as a mum, and just have our little family and do things that we'd normally do, but with little Baba. I need to stop thinking about his name, because I'm actually going to say it and you're all going to know before anyone else does. What does that say? What room are you getting? Oh, and then they've changed it to pram. What pram are you getting? So the pram that we've got is the Ickle Bubble one. If you look at my previous video, it's on there, a little review, a little tour of the pram. You know, have a little look. That's the video. It should be like below or something. There's the one before. Are you taking pregnancy vitamins? If so, when did you start them? Yes, I am taking pregnancy vitamins. I am taking the pregnancy care max ones. So I started taking them at 4.5 weeks. So it's 3 tablets a day, every day. And yeah, I'm still taking them. So I started them at 4 weeks. I'm on 24 weeks. I've been taking them for 20 weeks. I'm going to carry on taking them till the day's here, and then I'm going to get the pregnancy care after birth ones, and you can get them for breastfeeding and stuff. So I'll be getting them. Have you found the first or the second trimester harder? So I'm in the second now. I'm coming to the end of my second. So the first trimester, is it up to 16 weeks, the first? I don't actually know, I'm just making that up. So the first, I was exhausted, completely exhausted. I'd sleep for hours and hours in the day. I felt quite down. I don't know if that was because we were obviously we still are in a lockdown now, but I was kind of like, oh my god, I'm pregnant, we're in a lockdown, I don't want to bring my baby into the world right now, when the world's like in such a, well, our country anyways, in such a crazy position. Viruses everywhere. I think I was more stressed than anything, but I was just exhausted. You know, my body was changing, I was in pain at the start. It wasn't the best. I had no bumps, so I was kind of like, I felt like I was in all this pain, and exhaustion for nothing, like, because there was no baby there yet, no bump even. But in the second, I've suffered quite bad with the heartburn. I'd say overall my first trimester was the hardest. No, your first trimester's 12 weeks, isn't it? Or 13. I think when you hit 13 weeks, you go into your second. So yeah, I didn't find out until I was 4.5 weeks pregnant. So I'd say the first because I was exhausted, oh my god, stressed. The second hasn't been too bad. I mean, now I'm coming to the end of my second trimester and my back's starting to hurt quite a bit. And I've got the heartburn. But other than that, I'm just happy. I'm just going along, carrying on my day, staying busy, going on walks every day, getting me 10,000 steps in, guys, with my new watch. Tells you how many steps and all that, so that's keeping me motivated. So I'm just staying motivated. I'm feeling happy, I'm feeling good. I'm just getting ready for baby boy now. How many weeks were you when you found out? I have just answered this and I didn't even know this was a question. So for 4 weeks, 4.5 weeks I was when I found out. Yeah, I think it was 4 weeks. Are you going for any private scans? Yeah, I am. I'm going for a 4D scan next month. Woohoo! I'm going to Window to the Womb in Ellesmere Port. It's recommended by quite a lot of people. And one of my friends has been there as well and she said it was amazing. So I'm going there for my 4D scan and wellbeing scan. With the whole Boris thing, they're still staying open. They've just got to say that. Something like you're going mainly for the wellbeing of your child rather than the 4D scan, but that's, I'm going there to make sure he's okay. And then as an extra getting the 4D scan. So I kind of just wanted to see him because after my 20-week scan, I don't get any more scans now until he's here. That's obviously unless something happens or I need to go into hospital or whatever and they need to do a scan. But no scans are planned or made an appointment for or anything. So I kind of wanted to see him between my 20-week scan and my 40 weeks when he hopefully comes at 40 weeks. So I wanted to see him then. So I should be 26, 27 weeks by my appointment, I think it is, because I booked it for 29 weeks thinking the longer you leave it the better the picture you're going to get, and they rang and said you're best coming in a bit earlier, a few weeks earlier, because we get a better picture, because obviously baby's got more room, he's not as big, he can't squish his head against like the walls and stuff. So I think I'm about 27 weeks when I go to this one, which I'm excited about. So the 4D scan, I'm going to get the pictures printed off. I'm hopefully going to get his heart beating like a little teddy. And I think they can record it on this screen and you can buy that and take it home, I think. So I'm going to do that as well. So I'll let you know how that goes. You'll probably all see it on my Instagram story. I'm 14 weeks, what are your tips? One of the girls said. So 14 weeks, I'm just trying to think about where you're up to. What did I do at 14 weeks? So I started getting the olive oil baths at 14 weeks. And they say to try and avoid baths, and if you are going to get a bath, try and just be in there for 10-15 minutes, because baby is always 1 degree hotter than you. So if you overheat, baby's also overheating, which can be dangerous. But a bath's okay, like as long as you know, you'll be able to feel if you're getting too hot or whatever. Usually when I'm in the bath, he kicks me. That's usually when I've been in there for like 20 minutes and I'm just relaxing watching Netflix and I'm like, oh shit, I need to get out. Like, sorry love, you were hot in there. So olive oil baths, literally run your bath with your bubble things in. Doesn't even have to be olive oil, it could be any oil, but I use olive oil because it's really good in the bath. A little sprinkle of olive oil, you get in. So obviously oil and water don't mix, so the oil just literally just goes straight onto you and moisturises your skin, which is just so good. Obviously it's amazing for like your belly and stuff that needs some extra moisture. So olive oil baths, make sure you moisturise every day. Use moisturisers or oils, just literally cover your body and it takes 5 minutes out your day and it won't be worth it. I haven't got one mark on me yet. And I do think that's down to moisturising. I'd also say make sure you're taking your vitamins every day because that is so important. think of it more as you're doing it for the baby rather than for you. Your baby needs them, they're going to help them develop, grow in every way, and it's also giving them that extra little boost as well. I know you're tired, because I know full well that it's so tiring at the start, but try and go on, even if it's just a half an hour walk a day, just to keep your body moving, just to keep exercising and keeping your heart rate going. If you can, even if it's just walking around the house or just walking in the back or the front or whatever. Yeah, I just try and stay busy. I try and go on like a 2-hour walk each day, get me 10,000 steps in, but I think because I've been doing it every day, my body's used to it now. I did go a bit overboard last week. I did a lot more than I should have last week walking wise. I had to have a rest day, which sounds ridiculous, but my back was killing. It's starting to really hurt me back with the extra weight. What else would I suggest? I'd say 14 weeks, I'd start buying little bits now, so that towards the end it's not all adding up when you've got to buy everything. So even just plain white baby grows or sleep suits or, don't know, bottles or whatever, just buy little things, like maybe one thing a week or one thing every couple of weeks, and then it doesn't add up then. So what did I buy? 14 weeks, you already had clothes, you already had his wardrobe, or we were just buying his wardrobe. I found the cot that I wanted, hadn't ordered it yet. Clothes, wardrobe, what else did you have? I think that was it by 14 weeks. I didn't want to go too overboard because obviously you need to be wary of like danger, hazards and all that, whatever. But I got that just to be prepared. I got a few bits off my friend as well, who's got a little boy and she was getting rid of stuff, so that was handy. I got the car seat, actually the spare one, so his car seat that's going to be in our car I got with the pram. We've also got a spare car seat for when whoever takes him out, so I can leave that car seat in our car, and there's a spare one. I'd just say enjoy it now while you're not in pain with your back. Know that it's gonna absolutely fly by, because I was told it takes ages, the end especially, just gonna take ages, and you know, the start's gonna go quick, and then when you get to like your second trimester, it's gonna start going dead slow, and it doesn't, it literally doesn't. I can't keep up with the weeks, are going that quick. And you'd think as well, because we've been in a lockdown, I've not had much to do, I haven't really been staying busy apart from going on my daily walks and doing these videos. They're literally flying by, and I can't believe I've only got 15 weeks left. So this time in 10 weeks you'll be saying I've got 15 weeks left, and seriously 15 weeks is not a lot considering I've already done nearly 25. So I'd just say enjoy it, try and look after yourself, moisturise, drink loads of water, and eat broccoli as many days as you can. That's a big one. Right, so they were the last few questions that I was doing. I don't want to make this video too long because I don't want to bore you all, but I'm going to be doing quite a few more videos now over the past few weeks. Now I've got some ideas off Instagram. I'm going to be doing the nursery tour as well, and I've got a clothing haul, baby boy clothing haul, that I need to upload. I haven't finished it yet because I'm getting bloody more stuff all the time. But I don't want to show you everything because it's kind of like you're all going to know what he's wearing like every day. But yeah, I've got more videos to upload, so that's exciting. So I just want to say thanks again for coming along and watching one of my random videos. To be honest, they're keeping me going, they're keeping me busy, and I'm enjoying them. They're giving me something to look forward to, like when I wake up and I'm like, oh, can't even be bothered like getting ready, there's no point in like brushing my hair, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll do one of my videos that needs uploading. So it kind of like gives you just something to do. It's like a little hobby really, isn't it? But yeah, I just want to say thank you, and if anyone's got any video suggestions or any more questions, please just comment or message me on my Instagram. I'll leave my Instagram thing down in the comments, in the description thing. And yeah, I hope you all have a nice weekend.